Magandang araw sa inyong lahat.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening po sa lahat ng nakikinig po.
Hello to all our viewers from here and around the world.
Napakaganda ng ating talenteman ngayong hapon ito.
Isang mainit na pagbati po sa inyong lahat.
Well, friends,
welcome to the Bridges Show.
I'm very happy to be here, and I think it should be a really interesting and fun topic.
But there are things you want to learn. So I want to take it from there and then I listen to them.
meron sila mga mitiin upang maging makabuluhan pa ang pagiging Katoliko. Lalong-lalo na sa susunod na henerasyon.
Sa akin po, sa mga kabataan, use competence as a basis.
In real life, hindi naman talaga tayo tumitigil sa buhay. Kailangan talaga tuloy lang ang buhay kahit anong challenges natin.
Palawan, Cebu, Baguio City, Atty. Dwight, pati La Union. So we are saying that revenge travel is real.
Mas kailangan natin na i-share ang hiwaga ng sining sa mga tao.
Food and health should go hand in hand. So yan ang gusto namin paratingin sa gobyerno.
If you will just devote your life teaching, hindi ka yayaman sa pera, pero yayaman ka sa tao.
Siyempre, ang pinakamaganda po naman sa ating universidad ay yung talagang natuturuan po tayo kung paano maging mabuting tao.
Happy anniversary to Bridges! Here at Bridges, we build bridges of faith, bridges of hope, and bridges of love. Study, prayer, fellowship, and apostolate are the four pillars of Dominican life. Because of these pillars, the Dominican friars founded schools and colleges in the Philippines. The University of Santo Tomas, Manila, or UST Manila, the UST Legazpi, formerly known as Aquinas University, the UST Angelicum, and the UST Iloilo. Now rising are UST Jensen and UST Santa Rosa. They also founded the Colegio de San Juan de Letran in Intramuros, Manila, in Calamba, in Laguna, and in Abucay, Bataan. This year, 2023, UST Legazpi is celebrating its Diamond Year. For 75 years, it has remained faithful to its mission. It has produced thousands of alumni who are now serving their alma mater, the community, the church, and the world. Today, let us join UST Legazpi as it celebrates its 75th Foundation Year anniversary. This episode is brought to you by the UST Alumni Association, Inc., UST Legazpi, and Jack Motors and Ramen Daisho. I am Dr. Evelyn Songco, the chair of the Board of Trustees of the UST Alumni Association, Inc., and the president of the College of Education Alumni Association Foundation. And with me, of course, ang palagi kong partner, si Atty. Dwight Ramos, the president of the UST Alumni Association, Inc. Good afternoon and good evening to all of you, and hello, Atty. Dwight.
Hi, Doc Evelyn. So good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to all our viewers worldwide, and of course to you. Sabi mo nga, we are always partners in Bridges, and so this is another great episode for today.
Yeah, that's true, no? Oy, nako, Atty. Dwight, I saw your picture, ha? Anong ginagawa mo sa Australia?
Yes, I went to Melbourne at nag-attend ako ng Rotary International Convention. It's a once-a-year event that we go to as Rotarians to cap the Rotary Year, as we call it.
I see. Nako, kaya nga, nalaman ko tuloy kung ano yung ginagawa mo doon. Nako. Now, well, speaking of pictures, may papakita ko sa yung mga pictures. And I know you will remember a lot of things. Oh, here na. Siguro ipapakita na sa atin to ni John, ha? And then tell us. Tingnan natin, pag-usapan natin itong mga pictures na ito, ha? I'm very sure you recall what we did. Lahat tayo, ang dami-dami natin dito. Sige nga, Makita
Ayan.
natin yan. Ang
Oo.
UST Alumni Homecoming of Thomasinong Bicolano. Naalala mo ba
Yes.
yun?
We
Yeah,
were
that was
invited.
so great. Oo.
Yes. And it was a very great occasion, of course, for us to visit Bicol. Alam niyo naman, it's always an opportunity to travel. And these induction ceremonies, we were lucky enough to have been invited by them, yung ating mga alumni, Thomasinong Bicolano.
True. And they are very active, ah. Napakadami nila doon. And then, actually, ang coordinator nito ay si Dr. Rolio Milante. At
Yes.
napakadami ng ating mga pare na nagmisa,
Exactly.
nag-consecrate pa, di ba? Kaya nga mamaya,
Yes.
malalaman natin yan dun sa interview natin with Father Rector. Meron tayong
Yes.
pinag-usapan tungkol sa kanila, di ba?
Yes,
Very
we will
good.
go there. But in the
Yeah.
meantime, ito muna yung event, yung kanilang induction ceremonies, which we attended. At sabi mo nga, napakadami nila at napakasaya.
Yes,
Napakasaya
that's
nila,
true.
yes.
So
And
nakikita ko, Attorney Dwight, no?
yes.
Ang ating director ng Office of Alumni Relations.
Si Dr. Sir Win Medina.
Yes,
Siyempre,
yes.
and
Nakakatuwa.
his staff kasama din natin. And we learned a lot about their projects, no? Napakadami nilang community projects, community involvement, at karamihan sa kanila ay community leaders sa Bicol. And napakasaya na share nila sa atin ito. And we also shared some good food. Hindi ba, Dr. Evelyn?
Siyempre naman. Lagi yan, ano? The joy of
Yes.
togetherness and the joy of eating together and the joy of sharing with one another the things that we have been doing.
Yes.
Ito sila, nako, si Doktora, siya yung pinaka-head doon sa Sorsogon. Tama ba ako, Sorsogon yan?
Yes, 4 sila doon na sub-chapters actually or chapters. Basta they are called dito Thomasinong Bicolano. And together with us also, of course, yung ating mga kasama sa USTAAI. Isang grupo tayo. We were a group of about 15 who went there.
Oo. At saka tignan mo naman, kompleto ang ating secretariat, no?
Correct.
Nandiyan si Tom Nancy, si Nanette, si Chewy, si
Yes.
Mamir, nandyan din si Maureen, nandyan sa likod, nasa unahan mo, no? At
Si
saka
Sir Arnel.
Oo.
Yes.
Si Ellen. At
Yes.
marami din sa kanila, no?
Yes, and itong kasama natin is one of their members, no, who is
Yes.
also very active in Rotary. Kaya napakagandang okasyon talaga ang pagbisita natin na ito, and they were celebrating the induction of their new officers. And marami rin silang new members who joined them and were in fellowship with us. Kasi napaka-importante yun na Doc Evelyn, sa ating serbisyo, sabi nga nila, you should also have fellowship. At ito na yung fellowship portion natin.
Correct.
Just like when I went to Melbourne, actually, fellowship doon napakalakas din among Rotarians. It's the fellowship month actually ngayon. And kaya may fellowship para enjoy, hindi ba?
True. Oo. At saka syempre kasama rin natin, no, si Monsignor Bernie Pantin, no?
Yes.
That time nagkaroon na pala sila ng eleksyon, no? But he is the representative of ALPA with USTAAI. Syempre, si Monsignor Pantin, di natin makakalimutan. Pagka meron tayong religious activities, we always call on him. Ayan na nga, nag-co-celebrate na sa isang simbahan doon, yung ating mga alumni
Cathedral.
priests, no? Sa cathedral, yung
Yes.
ating mga alumni priests. At nakakatuwa because they all came together in order to welcome us and in order to join Thomasinong Bicolano in this affair, no?
And
napakagandang experience. Very
Yes.
warm ang mga Bicolanos.
Yes, and wanted to make our visit really spiritual as well. Kaya nagkaroon tayo ng special holding of the Eucharist with them, and celebrated nga by our UST ALPA alumni priests.
Yes,
and
yes. Ay nako, napakadami nating napag-usapan tungkol dyan, ano, sa mga pictures na yan. Kaya nakita mo pa, one beautiful thing that we also did was the awarding of our plaque or our trophy to our distinguished Thomasian alumni.
Yes, no
Our
less than the
alumnus from the ecclesiastical faculties, no?
yes, and that was Bishop Kiambao, no?
Yes.
And well, he was there, and we were happy to see him, and he was happy to see us as well. Ang dami rin niyang memories tungkol sa UST.
Yeah,
At
that's true.
nakakatawa talaga at pagka tayo'y nag-usap na, parang hindi matapos ang kwentuhan, ano, Doc Evelyn?
Tama yan. And we're very happy and to honor him. And I believe that Bishop was also touched, no, by the fact that we are all recognizing him. And so we also had a meeting with Father Rector of UST Legazpi, Father Rector Ernesto Arceo. And he is also the president. He's also called the president, no? Marami tayong na-enjoy nung afternoon na yon kasi marami tayong mga na-exchange na mga kwentuhan with the Father Rector.
And we were truly glad for the warm welcome, not only by the Father Rector, but also of the officers and staff of UST Legazpi. Para talagang magkakapatid tayong lahat.
True. Kaya nga, that's the reason why we really would like to join them in their celebration of their 75th anniversary. Siguro kita natin yung ating interview with Father, no? 'Di ba? Kasi maraming na-i-share sa atin si Father.
Yes, I'm sure we will be going there. But before that, makwento lang natin, itong visit natin na ito, we were not welcomed only by the alumni, by UST Legazpi, but also we were really welcomed by the majestic, the perfect.
True, I agree with you.
Mayon volcano, di ba? And if you will remember, ano tayo, no? Pag tumuntong ka sa campus ng UST Legazpi, you have it as a backdrop, no? And nasa backdrop natin, no? Kitang-kita sa likod. Ito, syempre meron ayan. Doc Evelyn,
actually,
no? Can you?
Oo. Nakakainggit nga, hindi ba, ang UST Legazpi? Ano daw ang meron ng UST Legazpi na wala tayo sa UST Manila? Syempre, ang mayon.
Yes.
Wala tayo niyan.
Yes, breathtaking talaga. At pag yan pinag-usapan natin, talaga namang siguro, no, for the health of yung mga students dyan, no, napakaganda because of the environment that they have. Clean, wide spaces, and then great view. Para bang nakaka-relax palagi, no? And also, the weather, of course, was perfect at the time.
Yeah, that's true. And then, of course, nakita natin talaga yung mayon, ganyan, perfect, no? Kasi palagi yan merong cover ng clouds, no? But then we saw mayon several times. In its perfect shape, no? And it's really beautiful. And that is one of the things that UST Legazpi is actually enjoying, no? The community there, they're actually enjoying it. Okay. So, pakita na natin ngayon kasi ako parang gustong-gusto ko ng pakinggan no? At makita uli kung paano tayo nakipagkwentuhan kay Father tungkol sa anniversary nila, tungkol sa kung ano yung ginagawa niya at syempre yung memories niya ng UST. No?
True, yes. And siguro,
yung kwentuhan na yan, informal lang naman nakakatuwa na at binigyan tayo ng oras ni Father na makipagkwentuhan sa kanya. Diba? Palagay ko yan, ready na siguro si John para makipakita natin sa ating mga viewers ang conversation natin with Father. John, pwede na ba nating i-share? Mukhang hinahanap ni John yung ating conversation na yan kasi very important that the president, no less, of UST Legazpi, sharing with us his time and then telling us more about the celebration of UST Legazpi. Diba?
Kaya
Ano yung
nga,
feeling
and
mo nung pumapasok tayo sa UST Legazpi?
well, ang unang-unang feeling talaga is napaka-welcoming and para ka rin pumasok sa UST campus sa Manila. Now, when you enter, because the gate is quite far also from the building. So, para bang ma-experience mo talaga yung totoong pagpasok sa
Wow.
isang school na napakalaki and very welcoming yung atmosphere that was given to us when we entered the campus. And syempre excited because
Yeah.
it was also my first time, Doc Evelyn, to visit.
True,
And
true.
naging official visit pa. Sabi mo nga, we are very thankful to the Father Rector, Father Rector Arceo, the President, for really giving us time. No? Hindi lang doon sa pagpasok natin ng first day, he welcomed us again when we did the interview with him. No?
Yeah.
Kumbaga, paulit-ulit tayong pumunta ron. And I remember na talaga naman binigyan niya tayo ng time. And that's a way of welcoming talaga. Masasabi natin na UST Manila was really welcomed by UST Legazpi during
talaga.
our visit.
Drama ka, ha?
Hindi matatawaran yung kanilang
Ako, did you realize?
hospitality.
Oo. Did you realize mas malaki pa siya kaysa sa UST Manila? No? Napakalaki ng UST Legazpi. Legazpi as an
Yes.
area. O, pakinggan na natin, panoorin na natin yung ating conversation with Father Ernesto Arceo, the President and Rector of UST Legazpi.
Doc Evelyn, so we're very lucky indeed today dahil we have a very special guest, di ba?
Oh, yes, definitely. Naku, magandang umaga po, Father.
Good
Thank you
morning.
very much.
Morning.
Dahil tinanggap niyo po kami dito sa UST Legazpi. O,
Yes,
diba?
and no less than the Father Rector and President of UST Legazpi, si Father Ernie.
Yes, Father Ernesto Arceo. Diba?
At pag nakausap natin yung mga Thomasian sa Manila, sabi nila, nami-miss na raw nila si Father eh.
Ah, definitely. Alam ko yan. Naniniwala ako dyan.
Thank you.
And so, gusto kong tanongin si Father, ano naman nami-miss kaya ni Father Ernie sa UST Manila po, Father?
Oh, thank you. Marami, siyempre.
Yeah. Sana kasama tayo doon.
Well, una-una, the campus itself is very impressive, ano? Yung main building, yung Arc of the Century, and of course, the whole university itself. Most especially the people of UST Manila, di ba? Siyempre. At saka yung UST Manila para yung microcosm of the whole country. Imagine at one time we have more than 40 students going to the university, more than 40,000 coming from all over the country, and even some coming from Asia and in other continents of the world. It's a microcosm of the world, so it's a kind of melting pot of all the native cultures of the country and also cultures coming from outside of the country. So it's a very interesting place to teach, to work, and to live.
And kaya naman, pagdating din sa alumni, talagang very wide and varied din yung ating mga alumni, where they are and what they're doing. It's also a microcosm of the world. Yeah.
Scattered all over the world.
Yes.
Attorney Dwight, gusto ko lang sabihin sa'yo dahil sabi ni Father, may mga namimiss din naman siya sa UST. Alam mo ba, Attorney Dwight, namimiss din siya ng Thomasian community.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yan doon, si Father Ernie. Kaya nga medyo na-miss namin siya nung umali siya doon sa university dati. Naging rector din siya, ng seminary, ng ecclesiastical faculties.
Yes.
Oo, nung matagal na yun, Father, ano?
Oh, 1984 to 1990, I was working in the seminary. And then also in 2006, 2005, I became director of the UST seminary. And my most productive years and meaningful years really were spent in the seminary formation.
Wow.
Inside the university, of course.
Yes. Totoo naman din. Kaya naman si Father talagang
Pero in terms of...
Not necessarily.
In terms of sa pagkain, Father, ano naman ang namimiss mo sa pagkain, sa food at UST Manila?
Sa UST Manila, kasi marami kami kumakain, like 40 fryers in one refectory. So parang all the time buffet ang aming pagkain. You can choose any food you like. Simple foods, but during the early years of my life in UST, like there were about 20 Spaniards. So yung mga pagkain namin medyo
Kaiba sa kanila.
kakaiba. But we enjoyed it. Everybody enjoyed the food, I think.
Father, medyo matagal na rin po kayo dito kasi talaga niyo na kami iniwan. Pero I'm very, masyado ba akong makulit? Pero sa nung naging Rector President kayo ng Aquinas, dati Aquinas yun, Father. Nung dumating kayo dito, Aquinas
University.
Yes, and you brought UST Legazpi. UST in Bicol. Kaya UST Legazpi. Eto po, nung nandito na kayo sa UST Legazpi, ano yung mga naging thrust ninyo sa university? Siyempre, meron po tayong teaching, no? Meron tayong research, meron tayong community service. Ano po yung ninyo dyan? Vision.
Well, I came here in 2010. Father Mon took me in. He was director and president by the time. When he was ending his term, he prepared me to really take over his place. And since 2011, up to now, I have been director and president of the university. And luckily for me, I have people working with me who really know the way to run and manage the university, including strategic planning, operational planning. Just last year, February, we got the ISO certification.
Congratulations.
And also accreditation. We leveled up our accreditation issues with the PACOCOA and PAASCO. But our long-term thrust is that by 2025, we want the university to be regulated. But of course, that is the umbrella, but under that umbrella is really the long-term and like permanent ambition of the university to give quality education to our students, mainly in the 3 areas of life. Number 1, of course, the academic, intellectual preparation, so they will be qualified academically in terms of skills of the different professions that they are going to take up in the university. And of course, the moral and religious formation. So we have a strong division that caters to the religious and moral formation of our students and of our employees alike. Just like what we have in UST Manila, you have the Department for Religious Education, you have the Community Services Department, and you have the Campus Ministry Department. We have all those 3 under the division of the religious affairs here in the university.
Integrate ninyo, ano po?
Yes, but one peculiar thing about our long-term plan is that we included particularly and explicitly the emotional formation of our students.
Ang galing naman po.
Emotional
so
formation.
Do it.
Yes, and we see to it that there is a very close collaboration between the Office of Counseling and the Office of Campus Ministry.
Ang ganda. Ang ganda. Ang tawag talaga dyan, yung whole person development.
Correct.
Ng mga learners.
Kasi ngayon, most of the problems that all people in general, and particularly young people are growing up, is really the emotional problem that borders sometimes on suicidal attempts and so many other emotional problems. So we thought that we will really spell it out explicitly that emotional development is part of our strategic plan.
And palagay ko, Doc Evelyn, hindi sila mahihirapan. Alam mo bakit?
Bakit?
Titingin lang sila sa Mayon Volcano.
talaga.
Very, very refreshing na.
Ang gandang
Di ba? Ganda ng,
inspiration,
ganda ng view,
That
Father.
is so true.
Yes.
O nga nung isang araw sabi sa atin ni Father, meron ba kayong mayon? No. Yan ang wala. Isang
Very
bagay
unique.
na wala kami niyan sa,
Yes.
wala tayo niyan sa UST Manila.
Correct, correct.
And not only Mayon, about kilometer away from here, we have the Pacific Ocean, the Albay Gulf.
Yes.
And in Bicol, especially in Albay, even during summertime, it rains. So you probably have noticed that it's green. It's green all over the Bicol region, especially in Albay.
So ang tawag pala dyan, Father, Legazpi Gulf?
Albay Gulf.
Albay Gulf.
Yes.
I see. It's a beautiful
Yeah.
body
Did
of
you go
water.
there yesterday?
Which one?
Legazpi Boulevard.
Yes.
It's wonderful. Father, yung community engagement naman ninyo, kamusta? Dito sa UST Legazpi.
Okay. Well, just like what you have in UST Manila, you have the
Simbahayan.
Simbahayan. We also have a department that kind of coordinates and organizes the community involvement of our faculty and of our students alike. There, a number of barangays have been served by our community Center of Community Involvement.
Oh, wow.
Father, this year is a milestone year for UST Legazpi because it is your 75th year anniversary. Father, what do you have in store for this year?
Yes, attorney. This is a big year for the university, and really we have a series of activities for the whole year. The university was founded in 1948, and it became a university in 1965, and in 2017, from Aquinas University, it became University of Santo Tomas, Legazpi. We launched the celebration last January during the University Week celebration that culminated in the celebration of the Holy Eucharist in honor of St. Thomas, our patron. And the culminating activity will be done sometime in December of this year. And we are going to look for our excellent alumni to be given awards. We call it OMAW in Bicol, but it's like the total awards in UST Manila. Excellent awards to be given to so many alumni that we already have. And we are going to invite also the Dominican priests and brothers from other schools in the country, from UST Manila, Letran, Santo Domingo, and together we will celebrate the Mass in gratitude for the 75 years that God has given to the University of Santo Tomas, Legazpi, for the formation of our young people here in the region.
And so with that, Father, congratulations to you, congratulations to UST Legazpi, and of course, congratulations to the whole Thomasian alumni community.
Thank you very much, attorney. Thank you very much.
Yan. Doc Evelyn, no? Talaga namang...
Yeah, that's true. Diba? Nakakatuwa lang kasi he was able to tell us what is in store for the alumni, for the Dominican community, and for, of course, the UST Legazpi community. No? Ang dami talagang reason kung bakit kailangan i-celebrate yung 75th anniversary. Kasi landmark yan, ano, ng isang universidad o ng isang eskwelahan. 75 years. After 75 years, syempre, ano sinabi ni Father, magkakaroon daw sila sa December ng awarding ng mga alumni. Diba?
Yes.
Started
for
January,
excellence.
then they're ending at in December with the alumni recognition. Di ba
That's true.
napakaganda nun,
That's
Attorney
true,
Dwight?
that's true. Yes, that's true. Very, very inspiring talaga. At yung celebration, of course, 75, no? It's a Diamond Jubilee year. At alam mo naman, pag sinabing diamonds are forever. No? So talagang we celebrate that 75th year. Kasi para nakaalpas ka na doon sa mga agam-agam pa. It already means that after the 75th year, diamond ka na. You are already a forever. And that's very, very good for the community. Kasi syempre, the service that UST Legazpi does, not only to the youth, but to the entire community as well. Napakalaki ng serbisyo. And Doc Evelyn, yung learnings natin doon sa interview kay Father Rector, ang dami nating learnings, especially starting from him. Did you see how humble, how soft-spoken he was? Di ba? Parang ang dating sa akin parang siya lagi yung hindi niya inaako, lahat yung mga achievements, laging ang unang bungad niya sa atin, sabi niya kaagad, I'm very lucky to have the people who are with me running the school, because sila yung nakakaalam. Sabi niya kaagad of course alam naman natin ang background ni Father, napakalawak din ng background niya, nag-serve siya sa UST Manila, and so we know for a fact na talagang siya ay marunong din. But for him to really open the interview at sabihin niya kaagad sa atin, alam nyo, I'm really lucky because of the people who are with me here. Napaka-humble ni Father and giving them credit. Yes,
that is true. I agree with you, and it's really wonderful to see that an administrator, a head of a school or an organization would actually recognize the people. Na talagang, kumbaga, ito yung makikita mo yung nandito siya sa likod. And ang pinalulutang niya, yung binibigyan niya ng kahalagahan, yung mga tao na kasama niya. So I guess in terms of leadership, it is a wonderful model. Pwede mo naman siyang pangalanan ng pagiging transformative leader, pwede mong pangalanan ng servant leadership na model, pero syempre may kanya-kanya tayong mga mga model of leadership that is also fitting to our own personality. And I guess it's really the personality of Father, and that we can also see that as an example, of a kind of leadership where he really recognizes the skills, the competencies of the people that he is working with. What struck me also is the fact that Father recognizes the importance of protecting or of listening to the people he works with, and he consults with them. You see, eto nga nakakatawa, di ba na, ang sabi niya kanina, sila ay na-recognize as best labor management. They got that recognition. They were also given a recognition by PhilHealth. PhilHealth also lauded them for actually giving access to their employees, giving access to healthcare and assistance. Kaya talagang ito yung timely award sa kanila. Ito yung 2022. Sila ay na-recognize na naman. So makita mo na in terms of he really walks his talk.
Correct.
Nung una sinabi niya sa atin na ito may concern sila sa kanilang employees, na merong talagang importante, na merong personal relationship, yung leader sa kanyang mga followers. So in other words, yung leader ng school or organization, merong relation doon sa positive relationship with the employees. And this can be seen by the decisions, by the policies, and the actions of the university or of the organization. So,
Yes.
na-award sila sa best labor management, nabibigyan sila ng recognition sa pagbabayad, timely paying their dues sa PhilHealth. So,
Yes.
di ba nakakatuwa yun?
True. And sabi mo nga, Doc Evelyn, sometimes siguro naisip mo rin kanina na it really stems also from the personality ni Father Rector mismo. No? Sabi mo nga, as a person, ganyan din talaga siya. And one thing also that struck me is yung sinabi niya, no? As others might say, sasabihin nila, alam mo, it's just a job, walang personalan. Kay Father, baliktad eh. Di ba? Sa kanya, personalan ito. I really look to you, not only as an employee, but as a person. You have your own world. You have your own needs. You have your own desires. Usap tayo. And how can we blend together? At sabi mo nga, blending the mission, vision of the school with the personal mission, vision then of everyone who works there. Kaya napakaganda ng kanilang labor management relationship.
And actually that is very Catholic. That is very spiritual at the same time, no? 'Di ba? Napakaganda nun eh kasi makikita mo yung blending, yung alignment ng puso, ng isip at gawa. Kaya nagkakaroon ng whole approach. Correct. Yung management style, no?
Yes.
Maganda yung ganong klaseng model and we learn from it. Simple lang ang leadership model. Simple lang din ang ugnayan ng leader at saka ng mga kasamahan. And here you can see that the whole university or the whole school or any organization can be really working together in harmony and as a team. A team and a sub-team. Diba?
Correct.
Ang ganda lang nung mga example ni Father kasi ito yung mga ordinary things na nakikita natin. Pero pagka itinaas na natin siya sa theory, itinaas na natin siya sa isang level ng diskusyon na bibigyan natin ito ng significance o ng kahalagahan, makikita natin na talagang ang mga ordinaryong bagay o habits ng isang leader, habits ng mga administrators, kasi contaminating yan eh. Kung yung leader mo ay ganito, nako-contaminate din yung iba. And so everybody grow together, everyone would contribute, nagkakaroon ng influence sa isa't isa, no?
Yes, and so
maganda yung community.
Yes, and so we are not surprised na UST Legazpi remains to be the school of choice, no? The University of Choice dyan sa Bicol region.
Oy, nasabi mo yan, University of Choice. So kino-congratulate natin sila kanina dahil they were lauded by PhilHealth, no? Ngayon, pwede naman natin silang i-congratulate uli. One last, meron pa talaga akong one last. Kasi in the recent board exams, yung LET board exams, 100% sila.
Wow.
100% passing para sa anong tawag niyan, yung secondary and elementary LET examination. So congratulations, shout out sa UST Legazpi.
Congratulations.
Galing talaga ng inyong performance. At palagi silang magaling sa board exams, di ba?
Yes. Yeah, of course, sa bar exams, nag-top din sila a few years ago, no? Number 1 mismo from UST Legazpi. And Doc Evelyn, kasi that also stems from yung diniscuss sa atin ni Father kanina, yung thrusts that they are following, yung kanilang mission, vision. No? And I'm so happy and I'm so glad how I noticed na napaka-aligned din, no? Sa UST Manila. What they are doing and what we're doing here. Halos aligned din talaga siya, and the programs we are having, it's also the programs that they are having doon sa Legazpi.
And I would presume that the programs are really relevant to the demands and the needs of the people in the region, no?
That's correct. Adapted very well, kaya naman sa sarili din niya, yung emphasis niya on mental health, no? The mental wellness, diba? Napaka very specific no, para sa Bicol region at yung mga needs ng kanilang learners doon sa kanilang region. No? And sabi nga natin, bagay na bagay din because the environment itself supports that kind of thrust for their learners.
Yeah, that's true. You know, I believe that UST Legazpi will not be UST Legazpi without having been Aquinas University. Diba?
Yes.
Kasi yun yung history nila talaga. Meron silang footprints nung araw pa. And that could be attributed also to the rectors and president of UST Legazpi in different periods in time. No, for 75 years, marami din silang mga naging rector presidents. Nakita natin yon sa mga pictures dun sa kanilang hall. And I think sabi nga niya si Father Ramon Claro Mendez actually paved the way. He accepted Father Ernesto Arceo, and then later Father Ernesto Arceo became rector and president, no? So bawat isang period ng mga rector and president nag-contribute sa development ng UST Legazpi. And I think shout out din sa kanilang lahat, no, na naging president and rector
and thank you.
of UST Legazpi before UST Angelicum. Diba?
And and some Doc Evelyn, we will not be surprised kung doon sa awarding nila ng kanilang excellent alumni napakarami. It will be a great bounty, no, of alumni that they will award kasi I'm sure, no, sa mga products of UST Legazpi, ang daming mga excellent professionals, excellent businessmen, excellent leaders dyan, no? And talking about awards and alumni, nagpunta rin tayo doon, di ba? To award yung ating distinguished Thomasian alumni.
And I think, and I think magkakaroon, ito yung magiging activity nila for December. Magkakaroon din sila ng something similar to that, recognizing their distinguished Thomasian alumni. And siguro lang, no, ma-share lang natin sa ating viewers ngayon na napakaganda na kapag nire-recognize ng eskwelahan yung mga alumni kasi ang sumasaya yung mga alumni at sumasaya rin yung kanilang mga pamilya, no? Kasi once nabibigyan ng alma mater ng recognition yung mga contribution ng mga alumni sa komunidad, sa kanilang field of specialization, sa kanilang mga religious activities o sa simbahan nila. And recognizing that really gives meaning to the celebration of the foundation anniversary. Kasi yung 75 years na yon, kulang sa meaning pag wala yung alumni.
Correct.
Alumni yung ng excellence ng UST Legazpi, di ba?
Ito yung produkto kasi. And this is the proof of what we're doing. At Doc Evelyn, napakaganda nga yan. And so sa atin naman, sa USTAAI, talagang we go out of our way din to award the distinguished Thomasian alumni. And every year we do it during November. At kung hindi makarating, pinupuntahan din natin, no? And so part of what we did sa Legazpi was really to give personally the award of one of our distinguished Thomasian alumnus, no? And we were very happy to do that as well.
Alam mo maybe we can show John, maybe we can show the picture of Bishop, no? When we went to him, because it is very important for us to bring the award to our alumnus or alumna who is not able to come.
Yes. That's Bishop Lucilo Kiambao. At dinalaw natin siya and we delivered to him not only his token of the Arch of the Centuries, yan, yung hawak-hawak niya, but also the souvenir program that we came out with featuring them and of course featuring him. Yan. And Doc Evelyn, no? Hawak-hawak mo yung ating souvenir program at siya naman hawak-hawak niya yung kanyang token.
Siguro, Attorney Dwight, maganda rin na mapaliwanag natin sa ating mga viewers bakit ang ibinibigay natin sa ating mga distinguished Thomasian alumni ay ang Arch of the Centuries, no?
Ayan,
Kasi, diba? Kasi yung Arch of the Centuries, mahalaga po yan sa university. Kasi ito, ang arch na ito, there have been thousands of alumni who passed through that Arch of the Centuries. Yan po ay original Arch of the Centuries na makikita ninyo sa Espanya. Ito po ay, diyan po dumaan ang ating mga national heroes, marami po sila. At ang mga distinguished Thomasian alumni, lahat po sila ay nagdaan diyan sa Arch of the Centuries na yan. Kaya po sa amin, very symbolic yan sapagkat diyan nagdadaan yung ating mga bagong enrolled or mga freshmen sa UST. Pumapasok sila diyan
and
they are seeking enlightened instructions. They are seeking knowledge and wisdom. At pag-graduate nila during baccalaureate mass, they also pass out of the Arch of the Centuries to symbolize that they are now being sent off by the university to serve others, to serve the country, serve the nation, the church, and to serve the world. So, ganyan po kahalaga sa amin yung Arch of the Centuries na yan.
Tama yan. And speaking about that, of course, ito hawak-hawak na ni Bishop Kiambao, no? And because he's really one of our distinguished Thomasian alumnus, and so he was given this. Ang na-inspire una-una dyan, of course, si Dr. Robert C. When he thought about this event for our honorees, at naisip niya talaga yung Arch of the Centuries na yan. And kanina, nakita sa picture, no? We'd like to thank, of course, si Doc Rol Milante, who came with us. At napakagandang okasyon because sa totoo lang, hindi ko nakita sa picture, pero because he's a leading doctor, no? Eye doctor in the Bicol region. Chinek up na rin niya si Bishop Kiambao, no? Because he happens to be also the patient of Doc Rol. kaya napakaganda talaga yung okasyon. And then of course, together with us was Monsignor, no, Bernie Pantin, who is the president of the ALPA. Kasi yung distinguished Thomasian alumni po na yan, ang ginagawa namin, ang nagre-recommend ay ang kanilang alumni association. So for the case of Bishop Kiambao, of course, he was endorsed or nominated by no less than ALPA, no, yung kanilang alumni association. Yes.
So, napakaganda nung samahan ng mga alumni, no? Na actually sa atin sa UST Manila, we are really able to bring together the alumni. Unti-unti, we give them recognition so that we also give importance to what they have done. And I'm very sure that that is going to be the celebration in December of the
UST Legazpi.
Yes. And so, Attorney Dwight, I think, no, we are excited actually to know what will happen in December. And therefore, in behalf of the UST Alumni Association, Inc., we would like to thank our most esteemed Reverend Father Ernesto Arceo, OP, Rector and President of UST Legazpi, for giving us time, for welcoming us in UST Legazpi, and really allowing us to have conversation with him about the celebration of the 75th anniversary of UST Legazpi. They are actually faithful to their mission at 75. And at the same time, Attorney, we would also like to extend our gracious thanks to Jack Motors and Ramen Daisho, Assembly Grounds Makati, for sponsoring our episode today.
And
Attorney Dwight, meron akong mga announcements, ha?
Yeah, but before that, Siguro
Yes.
pakinggan natin ang message ni Father Rector.
Oh, yeah, the
because he gave us a message as well.
Dapat maano nila, no? Meron tayong message. Merong message si Father Rector. Ernesto Arceo.
Alam mo, Doc Evelyn, palagi ko napakaswerte rin talaga ni Father because he experienced both worlds, no? UST Manila and now UST Legazpi. Kaya gusto ko rin naman siyang tanungin ulit. Dito naman po sa UST Legazpi, Father, ano yung mga unique experiences that you had here of being the Rector President?
Dito, of course, compared to what we have in UST Manila, UST Legazpi is relatively smaller. We have only like 6,000 students compared to more than 40,000 students in Manila. So it's very manageable. The students are very manageable. And in general, we are able to get students who are really good behaviorally and in all aspects. We have very minor problems with regard to our students, maybe because many of the parents who send their children here really want their children to be educated in a Catholic school, because there are many public schools around that offer free college education. But still, we get, many of the best students coming from, I don't know if it's an advantage or disadvantage, coming from relatively well-off families in the region. Those are ranging from middle class to higher middle class. There are the children of the politicians around, the business people, and the professionals. So, generally, there are good students coming from relatively good families in the region.
So, in terms naman, Father, of the food being served here, ibang-iba siguro, medyo naanghangan mo ba kayo?
Well,
Did you adjust?
Generally spicy and most of the time with coconut. Laging may coconut gata. Pero masarap. Masarap ang pagkain dito.
Masarap. Yeah. Napakaganda ang kultura dito sa Bicol.
Napakaganda.
Yes. Ang ganda po. It's the environment, the physical environment is beautiful. And the culture is also beautiful.
Yes.
Na-enjoy po ninyo rito?
But the religious culture is very positive. And we feel it. The people, even our employees, are very respectful to the religious and clergy in general. That's why, some years ago, we were given the award for being the best labor management council in the region.
Wow, fantastic.
We have no problem.
Congratulations!
We have no problem with our employees. They are really respectful. And of course, we really see to it that the university give them their due. We respect their rights. But in general, they are really very respectful people, especially to the religious and clergy.
Yes. Kahapon lang no? Nabanggit na sa atin na meron isang barangay, 17 ba, yung kanilang pare na nanggaling sa kanila.
Yes.
Doon lang sa isang
lugar
na
barangay
yun.
lang, yes.
Oo, dito sa Bicol.
Yes.
Sa may Pakakay
Pakakay.
tayo.
Makakay. Baka
Yes.
makakay.
Ang maganda, Father, marami pa ring vocation dito sa Bicol.
Marami
No?
pa din.
So talagang napakaganda ng kultura, very deeply rooted ang Catholic culture sa Bicol. Father, ang ganda talaga na naging experience niyo as an administrator because as you said, Father had the best of both worlds.
Yes.
UST Manila and
UST
of course UST Legazpi. Father, for a long time you have been an administrator and school leader of two Catholic universities, no? Father, ano po ang lessons learned ninyo from this experience of being head of school, administrator of a Catholic school or a Catholic university at that higher education institution?
Thank you. Actually, marami, pero I would like to single out one big lesson that I have learned in the work of administration. Really, it's really recognizing and focusing on the goodwill and native talents of our people. Di ba usually sinasabi natin, trabaho lang yan, walang personalan. Di ba? It could be a boon or what you call this, or a bane. Pero in my case, sometimes it's very important also that you do it in the context of their personal circumstances.
May personal touch.
Kasi pagdating nila dito, hindi lang sila teachers, hindi lang sila empleyado, mga tao rin yan na may pamilya, may problema sa kanila. Sarili, we cannot really totally disregard their personal circumstances. So I thought, and in my experience, it works very well when they feel that you are concerned with them, you relate with them, not only as employees, not only as administrators working with us, but in relation to their total persons, the persons that they are in their families and in their other personal circumstances. That works very well for me, and I also guess for them.
Yes. To-touch naman ako doon.
and so, yes, and so yun din siguro po yung foundation yung father sa long-term trust of having the emotional well-being taken care of. Yes.
Kasi as a person, si father talagang gano'n eh. No?
Yes.
Natuwa lang kasi, you know, while they are focused on their mission and vision, at least nakikita ni father, bawat isang empleyado, may sarili ding vision
May
at
sariling
mission.
mundo.
And that both of these should go together.
Yes.
No? Yung mission and vision of the university, at yung personal mission and vision ng mga
Vision ng mga empleyado.
ng mga
Kaya
teachers.
ang
Nakakatuwa.
we see to it na kapag diba, yung empleyado namin namatayan, parents, o asawa, o mga anak, we see to it na pumupunta kami.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's
Iba
a very
po
touching
yun.
event. Oh.
Yes, iba po yun when people are in their low level, no? Ng kanilang buhay, life journey. Talagang pag nandun yung presence mo, nararamdaman nila, you care.
And
You
that's
care.
a very important lesson, Father, for all of us. Not only for here, but even in Manila and
for
everywhere
all,
in the world, all over the world.
Personal relationship is very
Yes,
important.
yes. Totoo po yun. Hindi yan basta, trabaho lang to.
More than the professional.
Professional lang to, Hindi mo talaga may aalis, no? Merong damdamin na kasama. Ang ganda nung sinabi ni Father, di ba?
Of course.
Nakakatuwa lang na nakikita ni Father sa kanyang experience, sa kanyang lessons learned, yung kailangan talaga yung ang puso mo meron kang investment sa mga estudyante, sa faculty, sa non-teaching personnel. Di ba nakakatuwa yun? Di ba?
That's true. And really, if it was up to us, tatanungin pa natin si Father ng marami pang lessons. Di ba? But since we do not have much time, Father, I think at this time we'd like to ask you, ano pong special message natin sa mga Thomasino and of course sa students, sa mga kabataan natin, and to all our viewers today?
Una, I'd like to thank Ma'am Evelyn and Atty. Dwight for coming to UST Legazpi. Well, it's a privilege really for me to be a Dominican priest, and I think for all of the alumni of UST, whether it's in UST Manila or UST Legazpi or in other USTs in the Philippines, it's a privilege because we get to share in our life formation journey the principles, of course, of being a Catholic and being Dominican principles of living, which really in the end will make a lot of difference in our life and in our happiness. To be good human persons, emotionally mature, morally and spiritually engaged with God and with other people, and of course, academically and professionally prepared. I think that is the mission and vision of St. Thomas Aquinas, St. Dominic, and all the schools that are being administered by the Dominican order in the Philippines. So we hope that our alumni will continue to remember the principles that you have been taught while you were in the University of Santo Tomas, Legazpi, Manila, Angelicum, UST Angelico, and those principles will really be your guide to a happy and successful life.
Wow.
Thank you, Father.
Maraming salamat, Father. Napakadami nating insights.
Thank you.
Ngayong araw na ito. Thank you
Thank you
so
po.
much, Father, for giving your time to us. And I'm sure our viewers learned a lot from this conversation.
Very true. Yes. Thank you very much, Father.
Thank you very much.
So, Attorney Dwight, now siguro wala na tayong time, no?
Yes.
Therefore, let me make
Yes.
the announcement na ngayon. The much-awaited 2023
Okay.
Academe, Alumni, Industry, and Government, or AAIG International Multi-Sectoral Summit is coming this September 29 to 30 with the theme AAIG Nexus, New Visions, New Frontiers, New Strategies, and Practices. Please start marking your calendar. The program and registration details will be published by the USTAAI actually on its Facebook page this coming weeks. And again, friends, before we end the show, please, I'd like to remind you, don't forget to like and share our show and subscribe to our UST Thomasian Alumni Community YouTube channel and Facebook page. This is Evelyn Songco, your host, and together with me is Attorney Dwight Ramos. Here at Bridges, we build bridges of people, bridges of knowledge, and bridges of learnings.